This video is a test, purely a test to see if I can keep my phone from going crazy. So, I am headed to work, and I'm going to drive to work safely. And if you are on your way to work and you want to get there safely, just keep following my advice. So, as you might have heard, I had my blinker on. That is the number one thing that hardly anyone does, but it's so easy to do. Just, that's it. And also, as you can tell, I'm wearing my seatbelt. That is the number two thing that I've seen a lot of people do. That is also super duper easy. Now, I just exited my house, and I'm about to get on a freeway right now. I'm headed into the city. Work in the city. What city? Who knows? Could be LA. Could be Portland, Maine. So, is everyone's day going okay so far? Yeah? Where do you work? You getting there safely? Alright, something else that happens, you're gonna merge. Sometimes you got trucks that just sincerely do not want to move over, and it might screw you up. Even if you got your blinker on, you're doing everything right, you're going the speed of traffic, some people just don't want to let you over, and you almost go over into the place where, like, if you go over with your tires, it goes tsh, you'll almost go over there. Anyway, we've had our first issue of people being stupid and inconsiderate. You will find that more on the road than anywhere. Now, when you're switching lanes, you're totally going to want to use your blinker. One of my friend's dads, back in the day, he said anytime you get the opportunity to use your blinker, just do it. Even if you're sitting in a turning lane that is only going to, go one way, just use your blinker. It's just doubly letting people know you know exactly what you're doing and where you're going. Easy. So, when switching lanes, you're going to want to pay attention to your mirrors and the fail-safe, as long as there's plenty of space in front of you. Just look behind your shoulder real quick, super duper quick. Because sometimes that's the only way to find stuff in your blind spot. Mirrors aren't perfect, and pretty much all of them have that whole objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. It kind of rhymes, actually. I remember one time there was a car parked in front of my house when I was a kid, and it was parked there for a whole day. And I lived in the type of place where that's just not typically where someone parks. And so my friends and I were like looking for clues around the car to, what might have happened to the driver of the car. And we saw that whole objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. And we're like, what does that mean? It's a code, we were like, fine. So currently I live in a state where we've been experiencing a lot of weirdo, very typical wintry weather. And so I've only been driving on the road for about 2 days, because they're finally starting to clear things up. The only thing is I forgot what I was going to say. someone was all over the place and, you know, changing their speed, being crazy, you knew that they were drinking. Nowadays, you know that they're on their phone. And I'm still under the impression that, you know, if it's super duper important, they'll call and leave a message. I'm also one of those, I still check voicemail. Well, trivia fact for you, kids. Back in the day, the first answering machines were called codophones. Codophones. And you'd record the whole, this is Jesse, this is Jamie, this is Paul, this is Paul, and we're the Smiths. I have a drink with me. Sprite. Most soda ever. So a little disclaimer, there may or may not be language in this video because, like I said, people are stupid. Stupid people tend to bring out the, oh God, don't tell me you're gonna, no, please don't. Please don't. Just wait. Jeez. Whew. The other day, this giant truck narrowly got in between this car in front of him and my car. And he just perfectly squeezed right through. And I'm like, man, that is the most ballsy thing I've ever seen a stupid truck driver do. What the absolute living and total heck. I also vape, I'm sorry. Those are the only things that really distract me when I'm driving. Sometimes I'll listen to music, but I was kind of just thinking about, I don't know, doing something. I had a very dormant YouTube channel for like, I don't know, 17 years or something. I used to make Sims 2 music videos, but they didn't get many views or anything. I'm not looking for clout, I'm not looking for money. I work, I'm fine. But I don't think there are enough lessons on safe driving. And I consider myself a safe driver, even though I've been in plenty of accidents. Never been hurt. The first time I was in an accident, I was about 6. And we went with a bunch of friends to a water park, and we were on the way home, and, you know, it's my dad, my friend's dad, and they're, you know, talking up front, we're at a stoplight, and all of us girls are, like, you know, excitedly chattering in the background, and this car accidentally hits us from the back, and we all go, whoa, you know, and we were just all like, what the heck happened? And we turn around, and his windshield is busted, and his girlfriend is holding her head and crying. And, you know, as kids, you're just like, oh, she's crying, she's hurt, oh no. And then, you know, cops come. I think she wound up being okay, but we were just mainly worried about her. But then when the cops are questioning us about it, I'm looking back, I'm just imagining, using my blinker, by the way, I am at a stoplight. I am in a turning lane, and I'm using my blinker. So's the dude behind me. Proud of you. Oh, that's a woman. My bad. I'm just imagining this cop interviewing all these 5- and 6-year-olds, and we're like, yeah, we were, and boom, and da-da-da, and we turned around, and da-da-da-da. I'm just looking back, this poor guy, probably writing all this down, and just, yeah, okay, sweetie. So if you find these videos totally boring, that's totally fine. Like I said, I'm not looking for clout or money or whatever. I just want to give advice on how to drive safely to work. Oh, God. Okay. Hey, one of the stoplights in the city at a major intersection is busted. So we gotta see if people know how to treat this shit like a stop sign. Oh, man. Okay. Alright, go ahead. Cool. Alright, now it's their turn. Okay. Maybe it's my turn now. Yep, my turn now. Hey, give me a goddamn second. Jeez. Pardon my French. Actually, GD is what my dad and husband hate the most. So I've been trying to work on that, but... Oh, I'm a bit of a hothead. And I am right behind a potential final destination waiting to happen. It's not a log truck, but this pickup has a bunch of, I can't do measurements, 2x4s chilling on the back of his truck, just held together by two little strings. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Oh, something else that's gonna happen quite often. People tend to think if you get real close to the back of your car, it makes you go faster. When, in all reality, I actually start going slower. Not all of a sudden, just riding slow, and they can get over it, because that is not the way to make friends. Dude's using his blinker. Okay, bye-bye 2x4s. Alright, this one lane is still blocked off, so okay, both lanes are blocked off. I have to drive in the turning lane right now. This is not recommended. This is actually legit illegal, but we do not have a choice right now. Alright. Yeah, icicles are falling. There's that dude from yesterday. That poor lone fellow cleaning up the whole road by himself. One guy. Ah! Okay, we're good. Okay, this light's working. Awesome. Man. My wiper fluids. Oh, here's the stop sign that's not working. There's a stoplight. My wiper fluid's frozen. Or I'm running out. I don't know. But right now my windshield is cuckoo. Alright. I'm just gonna go. Alright. Come on, guy riding behind me. You're turning onto the same street as me. Using your blinker. Twigs and icicles falling all over my car. I'm surprised none of my windows have broken yet. Alright. Now, we might get a lesson on, since I'm about to go in the parking garage, I'm going to take my shades off. And yes, I do have 2 pairs of glasses on. I'm fine with that. We're about to go into a parking garage. I usually gotta park at, using my blinker, a very low level. These levels go far below the surface of the earth. Far below. And it's very fitting because I've always said, oh yeah, I gotta park in the depths of hell, and people drive around here like a bat out of hell. I can't see a thing. We gotta try this again. Pardon my French. Just can't get life to work. Alright. So, when you're in a parking garage, turn on your lights. Turn them on. Just do it. It is not that hard. One of those things. Wearing your seatbelt, use your blinker, turn on your freaking lights. Because, yes, there are lights all over this parking garage. But, particularly right now, because it's so cold and precipitation-y, the concrete is like all shiny, you know? There are mirrors to check and see if someone's coming around the way, But once again, bad out of hell. The other day, someone almost hit me because they didn't have their lights on. And, you know, the older I've gotten a lot more patient. I used to just lay on my horn for anything that was going on. Should have laid on my horn that day, but I didn't. I actually love my job. I'm a barista. And I have great regulars. I work in a great location. I meet great people. And I really like work. So I'm usually in a good mood to and fro. So maybe that's why I don't honk at that guy. Anyway. Okay, my eyebrow is so itchy. Alright, we are on level 3 now. Hit any of these cars. That also happened to me before. Man, if you really just like look back at your life, sometimes you're like, man, you're such an idiot. I hope other people feel that way, because man, I could go back in time and just kick my ass on multiple occasions. Moron. I don't know what my target audience is. I'm assuming anyone who has a job and a car and has to drive to work. So that could be anywhere from a 16-year-old to an 80-year-old. Well, maybe if you're 80, you're retired. But maybe you're driving around and you're just... Maybe I'm feeding you advice that you already knew. But that's okay. Alright. Almost on level 6. I'm hungry. Oh. It is currently Friday. And I don't work weekends. But I do babysit on the side. Everyone nowadays needs a side gig. Lord knows, no one makes enough money. I didn't go to college. No. After barely graduating high school, you know, I was like, I'm never doing school again. Screw it. Alright, about to get on level 7 here. That's when things start looking a little bit more empty. I drive an SUV, and I want to make sure I park comfortably, because you never know, you can park next to some big fat person that's got to like open their car door super wide to get in, and I'd be in their way, and then they'd hit my car with their door. Alright, level 7, this is the winner. I'm going to park right next to the elevators. My fail-safe for parking is to check the lines, see how far away they are in my car. Alright, once you're parked, put it in park. I usually put my emergency brake down. That's what my dad taught me. He also taught me lights, turn them off, camera, keys, action. Alright. 20-minute video. I guess that's not too bad. But I'm at work safely. I hope all of y'all get to work safely. And if you enjoyed this, you know, I might have a few more of these coming out. I don't know. But hope everyone has a good day at work. Hope you drove safely. See you next time.